About 5 years ago, our biggest challenge was keeping our factory full of great data. We went out searching for a software solution that could help us end-to-end, from the customer interface all the way through manufacturing through delivery. We found that solution was Cyncly.
My brother and I started Quest in the 2000s. I was 19 years old, and he talked me into getting into cabinet manufacturing.
Today, situated in Richfield, Wisconsin, we manufacture kitchen and bath and closet systems serviced to dealers throughout the country. Today, Quest has about 200 dealers located really coast to coast, from Canada down to Florida. Quest manufactures a contemporary type product. So our dealers look to us for more of a niche type product fit within kitchen and bath and closet systems to service their niche needs.
1,300 is the goal of one shift. So 1,300 panels a week on a single shift, 260 panels a day. A huge benefit of Insight is the purchase stock control and the inventory control. When we go to sunset a color, we can real time see how many panels, how much edge banding, how much material we have, and really draw that inventory down before we sunset that. We receive the material in against the purchase order that was produced in Insight, and it is placed in a location that we have the tags on the floor. Within the system, we know exactly what we have and where it is. So after the receiving, forklift driver will remove, let's say, this unit of material, take the SKU out of this location, and then put it into the location of the wind store as a transfer.
We're expanding as well. That's why we were moving into this building. This building's 5 times the size of the old one. Half of the machines that are out there were over at the old building. We didn't have any complete downtime.
We can see our production demand on the materials that are needed. We have to make sure that the wind store is replenished with the right panel SKUs. Wind store then looks ahead at the work lists that is created by Insight to make sure that those panel SKUs are ready and available for the equipment, for the machines. The wind store loads the label tables on demand. The label table references the sheet so we can place all of the cabinet part labels in a precise location so the CNC will not cut or drill through the label. Insight provides us with this label with a lot of manufacturing data. It will have the product number, part number, the traveler that the part needs to go on. It'll describe the different processes that we need to do. It provides us with the information if we need to remake that part on the floor, or we will be able to scan the barcode, reject the part, and remake it in a remake batch. Not every part needs to go to the next step, so there's different paths throughout production. It'll continue on with those parts of that batched, mixed orders, and then get separated during the kitting process. And the travelers, they tell us all of the different orders that are included in this pile. This pile may have 4 different orders in, and we're able to combine it so we can maximize efficiencies throughout the plant. It also tells us the path through production that this pile needs to go. It was cut on the rovers, and the next step here is to go to edge banding.
So our go-to-market product, 2020 Design Live, is where our dealers do the designing, facilitate the order with their customer, and send us that data information. Our factory uses that data in order entry to automate the rest of production through Insight.
It's a different challenge every day. There's a new special product that needs to be made, a new way to challenge me on how we build our products, how to make them better, what our market wants to see from us. No matter how much we try to plan for, our customers will always come up with something that we haven't heard of, and then we just got to figure out a way to make it work.
Hi, my name is Cassie. I'm a production manager at Quest. I love the culture that we have here. Everyone's like family. We're all here to help each other out.
As soon as these parts come off, either the saw, the rover, edge band, or anywhere in the shop, we use these travelers to scan. And once we scan this barcode, all of that inventory that is associated with this pile gets back flushed from inventory. So after edge banding those piles, all of that edge banding is now back flushed from inventory because he scanned it through our iPad. All of those same like parts are stacked by the container, traveler. That's what is in this pile. And then as soon as they go off over to kitting, that's where they'll get separated by sales order, and then we can build it by cabinet through there. So you'll see then all those stacks get brought over here, and then they will kit them into these kit racks by cabinet based on sales order.
And then when all the parts are in one of those slots, then we know a cabinet is ready for assembly. And then take it out from the other side and assemble it.
One of the key factors that sets Quest apart from our competition is dynamics. We're able to modify things. We're able to create things from scratch. One of the factors is we're a panel fabricator. Everything we do is a laminate type product. That makes things a little bit easier. We don't have to deal with finishing items. But the biggest part of that is the software solutions to put it all together. And for us to accurately be able to get data to our factory on a custom product literally the same day.
About 75% of our orders come in as kit files from 2020 design. If a customer wants something custom from there, they can note that on the design file. Then when it gets imported into Insight, we have actions in place that'll tell me that the customer wants something special. If I have everything I need, I can just take it from there and make it happen.
In 2021, we made a dual decision. One, we needed a new manufacturing plant to be able to keep growing. And number two, we needed a software solution to help us end to end.
Everything we do is made to order. Every part, every piece is for a specific cabinet, and we're able to control all of the variables with Cyncly.
As soon as all the cabinets are kitted and we know that they can start assembly, they'll pull them from this side, lay them down here. That's where they get all of their hardware. Each stack here now is a cabinet. They put all of the drawer slides, hinge plates, all the doors will get put down this line here. They'll put hinges in. Eventually, once that cabinet comes through, those doors get put onto that cabinet.
Todd went on the search for software. I went on the search for developing a new piece of property. We were able to do everything the way we wanted to do it, the way we like to manufacture, the most efficient way we can do it. We can pass all those efficiencies on to our customers with a better value proposition. At Quest, we use the term nerd as we want to give the customer the longest lasting product that meets their design intent at the most value-driven price possible.
One of the biggest benefits is gaining the trust of our customers. When we implemented this and we were able to prove that this product was specifically scanned at this time onto this pallet, which was then delivered specifically this time, really removing the discrepancies, which we used to track the replacement orders of incomplete orders. We don't even do that anymore. It's because it's gone away. Cyncly and Insight work well with all of our equipment. It makes everything move, and it's what powers our machines to create dust.
Depending on the complexity of what needs to be done in the Construct Special, it can be done as quick as 2-3 minutes. Something really complex obviously is going to take a little bit longer, but most of the stuff that we see is less than 5 minutes that it takes. Everything I just did will transfer to our CNC machines to make the parts correct. It doesn't need to go to special processing, anything like that. It just
So WinStore, router,
Yep,
done.
same way as anything else. I call myself a fancy translator because that's really what my job is. I translate a customer's vision into something that can be produced and installed. That's what I absolutely love, just the creativity there and the constant improvement.
To scan all of our products on these skids, we use these barcode scanners. They're Android based, so you open up Chrome and we go to the Insight web browser. We are able to create our manual containers. Insight uses a term containers, but a report on here, that's our pallet report. That's what the container report is.
So a container would be, there's a pallet, and then you scan onto that pallet multiple products, and then you close that pallet, and then that pallet becomes one unit, and you have a label for that one unit which you then scan while loading it into the truck, and we know exactly what was on this pallet.
Yep. So to load a shipment, they'll pick their job. When they're ready to load it, that's where these container reports come in. So they'll take their scanner, they scan that barcode, and then as long as it's successful, it will move over to the right, saying that this is the stuff that's loaded, this is what's not. So when they're loading that truck, if they're missing a skid or they're missing one cabinet, it's gonna say that over here.
As our business started to scale, we needed to mature in our systems that we had. We were really pushing the limits of how we ran this business.
Spent a lot of time interviewing customers, spent a lot of time interviewing designers. What are the challenges that they're having on product, on quality, durability, on aesthetics, design? And we came up with a new product. And since that day, we took that product to market and we had instant success. We went from having 1 facility to 2 facilities, then to 3 and 4 facilities, which was a little too much to handle, frankly, without a centralized software system to help run everything.
With Cyncly and Insight, we go from the design platform, able to bring in our orders, and then Insight runs basically all of operations, purchase demand, and runs everything out on the shop floor as well. I mean, and even into shipping, creating of shipping tickets, being vertically integrated from order taking into purchasing, shop floor execution, making sure that we're 100% complete and 100% on time. Cyncly helps us do that.
Quest, made to measure.
Quest, made to measure.
Quest, kitchens, bath, and closets made to measure.